Here's this week's Everyday Grind News, Warcraft Edition. Best in slot gear guides for Wrath Classic are now out for you to check out. Head on over to wowhead.com. I'll leave the information in the description below. Here you'll find all of the lists for every class and every spec. Some hot fixes went out that included some changes to the human racial ability and some PvP trinkets. Here are some of those changes for Wrath Classic. Will to Survive, the human racial ability, and PvP trinkets now clear the effect of Shackle Undead. Warcraft fixed several gathering nodes that would display an already being looted error when interacted with. Beasts that grant spell power as part of their well-fed bonus will now properly increase healing power as intended. And finally, the last remaining Scourge have retreated and are no longer attacking capital cities on some realms. The guild Beef Bar, that's right, I said it, Beef Bar on EU Gehennas, has claimed first in clearing all Tier 7 Wrath Classic raids. And if you wanted to know what class they were stacking, as you can see here, 10 Unholy Death Knights. Shadowlands Season 4 will end on October 25th. Here's what you need to know. Let's check out this huge list. Shadowlands Season 4 will be closing the week of October 25. Here's what you can expect. Shadowlands Season 4 PvP. The current season of Shadowlands PvP content will end at 10 p.m. the night before maintenance begins in each region. This is 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for North American realms and 2200 for Central Eastern Standard Time for European realms. With the season's end, it will no longer be possible to earn PvP seasonal rewards, titles, or Shadowlands Season 4 rankings. Moving on to Shadowlands Season 4 Mythic Plus. The current season of Mythic Plus content will end with the start of regional maintenance, October 25th in NA, October 26th in EU, October 27th in Asia. With the season's end, ratings that qualify for the 0.1% Shrouded Hero achievement will be recorded. The title, The Shrouded, will be rewarded during the following weeks after the season ends. So be sure to wait if changing factions until after you receive the title. If you didn't know, pre-patch testing on the PTR is this weekend, and Warcraft has added events onto the PTR. You've got to be quick on this. Starting tomorrow, October 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we will be updating the Dragonflight PTR to begin a playtest of pre-patch events. The introductory quest line, Elemental Storms in Badlands and Ungoro Crater. These storms will change the surrounding area's weather and enhance enemies with additional powers. The return of Uldaman as a level 60 dungeon. This playtest will end on the Dragonflight PTR Sunday, October 16th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. If you've been wondering when tier sets will be not allowed in the game any longer, Warcraft has announced that tier set bonuses will go away once the pre-patch expansion 10.0 hits, but don't worry, Blizzard's got your back. Warcraft had this to say about tier sets. With the initial release of the Dragonflight pre-expansion patch version 10.0.0, class set bonuses from Eternity's End patch 9.2 will be marked legacy, effectively disabling them in combat. While it's routine for us to mark older set bonuses as legacy, we do not normally take the step so soon after they were acquired. Unfortunately, the extent of class changes coming in the pre-patch is an exceptional circumstance that has led to this decision. In the future, it is not our intention to repeat this timing when marking class sets as legacy. To account for the removal of set bonuses and addition of the new talent trees, game content will be retuned in 10.0.0 so that difficulty remains relatively the same. If you haven't had a chance to score some Dragonflight beta keys, you still have time. Check out these official Warcraft content creators this weekend for your chance to win. And don't forget to opt in to the Dragonflight beta, as beta invite rollouts are much bigger than the keys being given out. Make sure you check your launcher. The new Dragonflight Mythic Plus Season 1 affix has got a lot of players riled up once again, but it's gone through some changes. Let's take a look at it. Here's your revamped Season 1 Mythic Plus affix Thundering. Razageth marks players with Mark of Wind or Mark of Lightning, granting them 15% increased damage and healing done for 15 seconds. Coming into contact with the opposing mark neutralizes the effect on both players. After 15 seconds, marked players are afflicted with primal overload, stunning them and inflicting 9 nature damage every 1 second for 8 seconds. As you can see, a lot of changes here and more changes to come on this affix. Warcraft tweeted out this week that shared mob tags across factions will start in Dragonflight pre-patch. Here are the 2 tweets. Alliance shared mob tags in Dragonflight and begins Dragonflight pre-patch. Doesn't apply to war mode. Mobs still gray out after 5 characters have engaged. Titles in Dragonflight continue as you can now earn a title for supporting either Rathian or your boy Sibelian. Here are your available achievements. Let's start with Loyalty to the Prince. Reach the maximum friendship with Rathian at the Obsidian Throne. Your new reward and title, Agent of the Black Prince. That's the best one. The next one is the Obsidian Bloodline. Reach the maximum friendship with Sibelian at the Obsidian Throne. Your reward and title, Paragon of the Obsidian Brood. Players and content creators have been hounding Warcraft to make account-wide renown available for alts and every character that you play. Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. You kind of do and you kind of don't. It's a long list. There's a lot to cover. Let's get into it. This is a post from Wowhead that I was able to pick up from a few days ago. Some changes were recently made that affected reputation and renown. As we have added different sources of reputation, it became harder to reward amounts that felt meaningful. As a result, we made a variety of changes to reputation rewards alongside increases to the reputation needed per renown rank from 1,000 to 2,500. Here is a breakdown of some of these changes. Some previously weekly world quests have become dailies, while the frequency of some others were increased to twice per week. We've lowered the renown level requirements of certain activities, such as climbing quests, cataloging quests, and the Siege of Dragonbane, so that players hit the unlock sooner. Level up quests have been adjusted so that players are reaching max level with most of the activities unlocking. The weekly wrapper quest now changes slightly each week. The reputation requirement will go up, but the overall increased reputation gains should result in a lower completion time for most players. But I found another renown article today. Let's check that out. Here's the article I found on Icy Veins just today. As you can see, what is shown is what is account-wide with Dragonscale Expedition, Iskara Tuskar, Maruk Centaur, and Valdrakken Accord. These items only are account-wide for renown. At the bottom of the article, you can see right there, renown itself is not account-wide and must be farmed on every single character. This may be a big mistake. Mythic Plus players are getting their just rewards as item levels are going up in Mythic Plus depending on how high you go. Let's check out the list. This is a pretty big change for Mythic Plus players. Previous rewards ended at a plus 15. Now they go up to a plus 20. Now your end of dungeon run will grant you a 405 piece of gear, and your Great Vault will now give that player a 421 item level piece of gear. Don't forget to catch my live streams 5 days a week on Twitch, and please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell right here on this YouTube channel so you don't miss next week's Scions The Everyday Grind News World of Warcraft edition.